are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will discuss about the poverty line. Okay. In last video we have already discussed about the social exclusion, vulnerability and poverty as seen as social scientists. Okay. Now we are talking about the poverty line. So at the center of the discussion on poverty is usually the concept of the poverty line. It means if the center in which discussion that on poverty is usually that the concept of poverty line. Okay, that is a common method used to measure poverty is based on the income or we can say consumption level. Okay, it is generally based on the common method to measure the thing, that is poverty is based on the income or we can say consumption level. Okay, a person is considered poor if if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level. It means the person is called poor. It means they considered as poor if their income, if their we can say their livelihood are not they are not able to fulfill their basic need. They have not sufficient income to buy food. Okay, so falls below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill their basic needs. Okay, what is necessary to satisfy the basic need is different at different time and in different countries. Therefore, the poverty line may vary with time and place. Okay, it can vary from with time and place also. Okay, each country uses an imaginary line that is considered appropriate for this existing level of development and its accepted minimum social norms. It means every country has the imaginary line that is considered to appropriate the who is we can say poor and who is rich. And for example, a person not having a car in the United States may be considered poor. It means in the United States there is a thinking that there is a we can say they are considering that if a person have not a car, they are considered as poor. But in India, owning a car is still considered as luxury. Okay, so here we can see that this poverty line may vary with time and place. Okay, now while determining the poverty line in India, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement etc. are determined for subsistence. Okay, these are the basic needs for our life, that is clothing, footwear, we can say food and also medical requirement, education. So these are our we can say that determined for subsistence for our daily life, for our basic needs. These are the necessary for our life. Okay, these physical quantities are multiplied by their prices in rupees. Okay, it means these physical quantities are multiplied with their prices in rupees. The present formula for food requirement while eliminating the poverty line is based on the desired calorie requirement. It means it is also based on the desired calorie requirement, that which person is getting how much calories, like we can say food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetable, milk, oil, sugar, etc. together provide these needed calories. Okay, they provide you can say better calories, provide these needed calories. It means the women are that calories can get calories by the help of which things, by the help of pulses, vegetables, milk, of sugar, oil, etc. Okay, together provide these medical calories. Okay, these are together provide. Okay, now the calories need vary depending on age, sex and the type of work that a person does. Okay, it means the calorie need it can be vary. Okay, the accepted average calorie requirement in India is 400 calories per person per day in rural areas. For rural areas, there is 24,000 calories per day. Okay, per person. But in urban areas, only 2100 calories are required for urban area. Okay, why? Here you see the differences that in urban areas there are only 2100 and in rural areas there are 2400. See, in rural areas they have many types of work, like they work in the agriculture field, they work in we can say in sunlight, we can say the afternoon period that is very warm. Okay, so they are working very hard for us. So mainly the rural people work hard, whether it is boy or whether it is whether it is man or woman. Okay, but in urban areas, I think its calories is less than the rural areas, because I think they work. We can say that in urban areas they work not hard as compared to rural areas. Okay, they work in a facilities room. We can say in a building that is fully constructed and have many types of facilities like AC, fan. Okay, but they are not using this type of facility. Since people living in rural areas engage, the same thing is given here, that they are engaged in the physical work like agriculture, running, and to also for production, anything. Okay, that does. Now next thing is the rural areas are calorie requirements in rural areas are considered to be higher than in urban areas, because rural area involved in their physical work, but urban area not involved in the physical work as compared to rural areas. The monetary expenditure per capita needed for buying this calorie requirement in terms of food, grains, etc. Okay, it can be, we can say the capita is needed for the food, we can say the calories requirement in terms of food, grains, like if we eat, then the food grains can provide them energy, we can say calories also. Now etc is revised periodically, taking into the consideration in the rise in prices. Okay, now on the basis of this calculation for the year 2011 to 2012, the poverty line for a person was fixed as rupees 816 per month for rural areas, but in urban areas there is 1000 rupees despite less calorie requirement. The urban areas, it means for poverty line that person was fixed. Okay, that you are getting less than 816 per month rupees, that only fixed by the people of rural areas who lives in rural areas, and the 1000 for urban areas. Okay, now if any person in rural areas are earning less than 860 rupees, they are considered as poverty, that they can not, we can say that they are not earning much money. Okay, like we can say that they are below the poverty line. Okay, now here those person who are living in the urban areas, they are if they are earning less than 1000, then we can call them that they are what, we can say that they are not able to fulfill their basic needs, they are below the poverty line. Despite less calorie requirement, the higher amount for urban areas has been fixed because of high price of many essential products in urban center. We all know that in urban centers there are many high amount of prices of we can say anything, like we can for footwear, for clothing, daily basic needs are higher amount for urban areas has been fixed. Okay, because urban area are employment, have educated also to earn money, they have a we can say good job, they have better income than rural areas. In this way, in the year 2011 to 12, 11 to 12, a family of 5 members living in rural areas and earning less than about rupees 4,080 per month will be below the poverty line. Okay, in rural areas there are 5 members, but if they are earning about earning less than about 4,080 per month, will be below the be also in poverty line because due to family member. A similar family in the urban areas would need a minimum of rupees 5,000 per month to meet their basic requirements. The requirements. Okay, but in urban areas the same thing is needed for 5,000 rupees. But the same thing is if we in urban areas they want only 4,080 per month. Okay. Now the poverty line is estimated periodically, normally even periodically by conducting sample survey. Okay, it is generally estimated periodically by the sample survey. Okay, these survey are carried by the National Sample Survey Organization, it means NSSO. However, for making comparison between developing countries, many international organizations like World Bank use uniform standard for the poverty line, minimum ability of equivalent of 1.90% per dollar per person per day. Okay, it means we can say they move, we can say they think about all the person, they go for survey like to know about how many people are below the poverty line and above the poverty line. It is also happen in the world like the World Bank use of the uniform standard. Okay, so these are the things that the woman about the poverty line. Okay, now poverty estimate, that what are the estimate of the poverty line. It is a clear from table 3.1 that there is a sustainable decline in poverty ratio in India from about 45% to in the year 1993 to 1994 there is a 45% of, we can say poverty, like the ratio of poverty are 45%, and in the year 2004 to 5 there is 37.2% only. Okay, the proportion of people below the poverty line further came down about 22% in 2011 to 12, and if the trend continues, people below the poverty line may come down to less than 20% also. Okay, in the next few years, although the percentage of people living under poverty declined in the earlier 2 decades, that in 1973 to 1993, the number of poor declined from 407 million in 2004 to 5 to 270 million in 2011 to 12, with an average annual decline of 2.2 percentage point during the 2004 to 5. It means we can say here that the number of people in the 1973 to 1993 are how many? 407 million. Okay, about 407 million. But in 2004 to 5 there is only 270 million in 11, and we can say in 2011 to 12 there is only average annual decline of only 2.2 percentage passes during 2.4 to 5 11 to 2011 to 12. Only 2.2% are point annual decline in this point. Okay, so these are the estimate that are made by the, we can say, the survey. Okay, that the country is developing, that in earlier time there is a more poverty and but in nowadays the poverty less. Okay, like we are also seeing here that here given the percentage in the year, like in 1990 two not in 1993 to 1994 to how many percentage, 45%, but it decreased in 2004 to 5, how many, 37.2%. Okay, so these are the we can say poverty estimate. Okay, now next topic is vulnerable group. Okay, so I hope you understand that the poverty, what is poverty line and what is poverty, what are the poverty estimates in the year 2000 till 12. Okay, so I think you understand whole the video. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.